Hello, students! Okay, guys, so this is a short video about the real family behind The Sound of Music. Yeah, there was a real Von Trapp family that this movie was based off of. I think I've said that before, but I'm gonna say it again. There was a real Von Trapp family that this movie was based off of. And we're gonna take a look at some of the differences and the similarities between what we got in the two. Okay, so which of the parts of the stories were real? So let's look at the captain. The dad in this movie and the actual Captain George Von Trapp was really a captain who had 7 children who lost his first wife. This is a picture of the real Captain George Von Trapp and a picture of his actor from the movie. The actor was named Christopher Plummer. Okay, let's look at Maria next. Maria was real too. Her story was a little bit more complicated than the Maria in the musical, though. The real Maria wasn't raised at an abbey by nuns. She was orphaned and bounced around between a few guardians who weren't really very good caretakers. After she graduated from high school, Maria ran away with a friend and became a tutor for kids. She went to college for teaching, and then after she graduated, she decided that she was going to become a nun. That's where the abbey comes into this story. When Maria was working to be a nun, she was asked to teach one of Captain Von Trapp's children. Then, she did such a good job with the one kid that she was asked to teach all of them. She really did come to love all 7 children, so the captain asked her to marry him. Because, wow, that would be nice to have a wife who really loved my children. And she was kind of scared when he did that because she wasn't sure that she loved him and she wasn't sure that being married was what she wanted to do. So she did go back to the abbey to ask for advice. The mother abbess there told her that she thought it was God's will for Maria to marry the captain. This would be the part in the musical where the mother abbess sang "Climb Every Mountain." After that, Maria went back and she married the captain and became the kids' mother, even though she still kind of thought she wanted to be a nun. But afterwards, she decided it was a really good decision, and she ended up really liking her life. Okay, let's look at the next one. They really were a family of singers. So, in real life, they were a family of singers that did professional shows called the Family Von Trapp. And things happened a lot faster in the movie than they did in the Von Trapp's real life. So, in real life, the captain and Maria were married for more than 10 years before they started singing. And they had 2 children together. And they were singing and performing in Austria for 3 years before they had to leave. Unlike in the movie where they had just gotten married when they had to leave the country. Then, the next part that was the same is they really had to leave Austria because of the Nazis. In 1938, after the Germans took over Austria, they were forced to leave the country. They went to Italy first, then the Netherlands, and then the United States. But there wasn't some big scary performance where they were surrounded by Nazis and they had to flee into the night. They didn't even have to walk through the Swiss Alps to get to Switzerland. They actually left the country without it even being a secret on a train. It was still pretty scary for them because moving to a completely different country is a lot of work and it's pretty scary. But it was not as dramatic as it was in the movie. And then, let's talk about the book. So, the musical was based off of a book that Maria Von Trapp wrote about their family after they moved to the United States. This book was called The Story of the Von Trapp Family Singers. It was published in 1949, which was quite a bit before they ended up making this musical and movie. Later, this book was made into a stage musical called The Sound of Music. So if you guys don't know what, like, a stage musical is, that's when, up on a stage, like they have at the high school, somebody puts on a production right there in front of you, not like at a movie. There are people called actors who are up there and they're performing it live. They only have the costumes that they're able to get in person. They have things called set pieces that you have to make yourself to use for backgrounds, and some things called props that you hold to make it seem more realistic, and it's really cool. I know that some of you guys have never seen plays before, so I wanted to say what they were a little bit and describe it. And then, after they made it into a stage musical, they made it into the movie The Sound of Music in 1965. So our last question, what about the kids? So there were originally 7 Von Trapp children that Maria cared for from the captain's first wife. They had different names than the children in the movie. And then Maria and the captain had 3 more kids together. Their names were Rosemary, Eleanor, and Johannes. And those are a couple of the things that are the same and different between the movie The Sound of Music and the real Von Trapp family. I'll show you guys a couple videos of Maria Von Trapp and her and Julie Andrews, her actress. And I think that that'll be pretty cool. Okay, let's go.